Welcome to my new patrons this week, Grimmer the Fell Dragon, Radentov, Sayhusiga, sorry if I said that wrong, and Jessica. I'm pretty sure I said that right. This is Pokemon Violet, hour by hour. Alright, so last time we had an existentially horrific experience near a lighthouse, as does tend to happen, or so I'm told, but now it's finally time to head to school, and wait, this kid's asking me to battle. He's seeking consent? Surely not. I made eye contact, that means I was asking for it, right? You mean all this time it was just culturally ingrained systemic abuse? We never had to force our Pokemon to fight? We could have been friends all along? I think I need to sit down. Whew. Okay, let's get back to it. Man, this must have been how Americans feel when they find out hospital childbirth is completely free in New Zealand. Yes, sorry, Psyduck. Cool. Let me just focus on the... Oh, why is the lock-on so dang finicky? Would it really have been so hard to make it just lock onto the closest Pokemon within range and then have the player switch between targets? Is it an immersion thing? Because I'm not entirely sure I feel immersed when I have to freaking calibrate my throwing arm. Biggest pet peeve so far, I swear. But okay, I got a Psyduck, but not before just now noticing Fletchling's hilarious ability. Big pics. I just love the mental image it conjures up. After that, it's an Azula, whom I think might have been way more popular in Gen 2 if this was Meryl's original design. Dang, it's cute. Though it loses a couple of cute points when you find out that isn't actually a tail. Oh, sure, they call it a tail to protect the children, but if it truly contains the nutrients it needs to grow, then there's a placenta. Yeah, chew on that. I mean, not the placenta, although in some cultures... Look, it's just weird that you can say Azurill is the most similar Pokemon to the Orphan of Kos from Bloodborne, but here we are. So we box it with a bit of side-eye, and we find our next new Pokemon with Paldean Wooper. I'm not a huge Wooper fan like some, but I get it, though the bone gills make me wonder what Cubone would do with it. I don't really want it in the party per se, but I can see where having a ground poison could come in handy, so I nickname it at least before boxing it. Hopefully we'll see you soon, La Loda. Then it's another new Pokemon in a row with Fido here, who's cute, don't get me wrong, but Pokemon that actively look like food make me uneasy, like it wants you to bite it or something. Yeah, no, I had the same issue with Alchemy, that's a boxing. Next, hey cool, it routes. I like this line a lot, and I'm glad they got the fairy typing so there's some more cool looking fairy types, but at the same time I do have a bit of a hype whiplash after the very passionate fandom rose up around them. I still think they're cool, but I'm more of a Gallade guy than a Gardevoir simp, and dang it, this one's female. It's still a good ability though, so I'll keep her on standby until I can get a male one. Then before we hit the checkpoint, there's also Nope! Out, demon! I will catch you when I need to for endgame Pokédex completion, and not a second before then! Alright, so this is what a Pokemon Center Kiosk is in this region. I mean, I appreciate the convenience, but I feel bad for those employees. Like with centers, it was implied that there was a break room, you know? Here, it's just standing in one spot forever. Jeez, I hope there's at least a fold-out chair somewhere in there. I do like that they got ahead of the ATM machine jokes by literally calling this thing a technical machine, so TM machine makes sense. Not so much a fan of the whole blinking thing. That just makes me wonder if they trapped another poor Pokemon in it. I'm also not much of a fan of Nemona giving us a tutorial of how to utilize letting the lead Pokemon out of its ball after a whole dang route of me stumbling over myself figuring it out. I get that it's for the little kids who may not have got it, but if anything, they're more likely to randomly push buttons and wonder what the heck's going on. It just seems a bit clumsy to me, that's all. So I heal the party, they ask me when my birthday is. I guess they're going to give me a Master Ball or something. And then we talk to the TM machine and yep, there's a Pokemon in it. I'll bet my Bulbasaur on it. That zzz noise is just like what Rotom does. Just how integral to modern infrastructure is that little orange thing? I guess I should be glad they don't use Yamask at least, huh? But pushing that forcefully aside, so this is the new TM system. Oh, I see. That's what all the weird crafting ingredients are for. That's kind of neat. Although I feel like crafting busywork seems a little trend-chasey for my liking, even in Legends. At least you can buy the ingredients for LP if you're short. Look, I'm just glad I'm not putting Wooper slime in my sandwiches. So I pick up a fighting move for La Margarita because you should always have a fighting move ready, and a mud slap in case I need to make a Hail Mary cheese play on an overleveled Mon, and then I slide on over to the Pokémart. Literally. That's another major visual glitch. Let's just keep a counter and see how it stacks up, huh? With the trip through inner space and now this, that's 2 so far. Then I do what I always do, which is grab a couple of everything, and see, I told you the Premier balls are worth peanuts. Clavel really needs to up his ball game. But yeah, it's time to check out the first real town, as in the first residential area that does not consist only of my house and a rich jerk down the road. Now I come to think about it, why was the science rules guy standing there? But yes, this is usually a highlight, talking to the folk, establishing the culture, invading their... No, none of them? I can't go into any of the houses in the first town? Where's my home invasion simulator? Dang it, I want to burst into a man's house and demand they trade me their Farfetch before smelling their bedsheets and checking their bins. Okay, it sounds bad when you say it like that, but I just miss being able to see how people live in this amazing world. And if I have to burst in their door and violate their right to privacy to do it, no, you got it all wrong. You're the one twisting this. I just wanted to turn on their TV where they aren't home and... Where's Jenny? Okay, well, after that weird introspective moment, we chill out with some teriyaki ice cream. Really? And what the ever-loving heck is humongo power? It sounds like something in my spam folder. No, I'm not falling for it this time. I'm gonna wait for them to explain all that to me before I buy any of these things. So yeah, I guess since the townspeople here freaking respect their privacy or something, I guess I'll go and head for the school. Dang, this map is massive, isn't it? I mean, this is just the starting area, but there's all these different pockets and areas off to the side. I guess that's a really neat sense of scope and adventure. It makes me feel like I'm visiting a world that already existed rather than one that was made specifically for my character. And I would respect that a lot if there was actually anything to see out there beyond a TM or two. I mean, hopefully there's more to explore with more abilities and areas and unique Pokemon and such, but at the moment, I guess I'm just spoiled by Breath of the Wild and Elden Ring, because those also felt like breathing worlds, but I tell you, if I saw this area in either of them, you'd be darn sure there was a cave or decent item or something here, but no, nothing. I'm reserving my judgment, of course, but we'll just have to see if the core loop sustains the massive scope, and I'm aware we haven't hit that point yet. So let's get to that school and find out. Hi. My name is Suede. Well, okay, that's what I call myself on the internet, but you get what I mean. I have autism and ADHD. Many people hear that and think I can't pay attention or that I'm off flitting all over the place like a hummingbird or something. But those of you who actually know people with either of these disabilities know that it's not that you can't concentrate, it's that you have trouble choosing what you concentrate on. Case in point, I started out up that hill towards the school when I was struck by a thought. You know what? Having a male routes I could evolve into Gallade along the journey would be pretty cool. I'll just quickly catch it now. Won't be more than a couple of minutes, right? Where the flip is that freaking bowl-cut pair of white parachute pants? Did I freaking hit the jackpot with it earlier? There it is. There it is. Thanks, sweet baby Mew. Oh, it's another female. Well, at least I can check its nature, right? Maybe it has better stats. I sure do love you, La Pata. You know I love you because you aren't in my sandwich right now. So then I realized that routes was way too uncommon for me to farm, especially in a video playthrough. So I left it and properly began towards the... You sentient lime juicer, I curse your name! May your children's IVs be suboptimal and your parents show up on Fur Affinity! May all your... Oh, hey, a Magikarp. But yeah, it legitimately took teeth-pulling effort to pry myself away from the quest for a Routes Bro. With sunk cost fallacy, my ADHD hyperfixation, and my autistic hatred of leaving a task unfinished, all yanking at me like Drifloom to a small child. And after catching a Deerling and a Pachirisu, I made it to the town gates where this bozo is all... And I'm like, no, not really, because I've been dragged around this gorgeous field by my own brain. Get that open mouth, toothy grin out of my face, or I will punch it so hard people will mistake you for a cryogonal. Let me tell you something, mister. Oh, a Thunderwave. Oh, thank you. What? Oh, hey, Nimona. Yes, please, I could use a battle. Don't ask. Well, it's time for our question of the week.
Who's that Patreon?
It's Christian Larson. They ask, how about doing a Pokemon journey on the Electric Tale of Pikachu and Pokemon Adventures manga? While that would be a ton of fun, I'm not denying that, and the series' short length lends itself well to a fun journey-style reading, there are a couple of factors that give me pause in doing so. One, Linkara already did it. I'm not saying I can't put my own spin on it, I'm aware of the 2 cakes meme, but it's also one of the ones he's had the most issues with copyright on, if I remember correctly, and I'm sure you'll understand when I say, screw that noise. 2, while it does have amazing artwork, the rampant sexualization of a minor, like underage in a really skimpy bikini bed, really skeezes me out, and I'm not sure if it would color my perception enough that I wouldn't feel comfortable drawing attention to it. I'll tell you what, I'll read them again, and if the iffy portrayals are easily glossed over, I'll put it on the back burner, along with so many other things. If you'd like to hear more about what life is like with ADHD or autism, be sure to sub to me if you haven't, as I also talk about it in my other videos, like in this one where I talk about how the Kingpin is the ideal autistic villain. Don't worry, I talk about lots of positive things too. But at least we've made it to the gates, and we'll have to see if more dreams and adventures and crippling frustrations are behind it. See you then, and don't worry, I'm fine. I'm fine.